Alright guys, welcome back. This is the easiest part of the day. At least I think so. Maybe because I'm kind of used to this part. Alright, so we moved our secondary bypass air system, AIS. Well, I don't even know what the hell it is. I do, but I don't feel like looking at the name for it. Alright, so what we've done by removing everything is we actually have quick access to our coil packs and our spark plugs. I have 2 coil packs still in. 2 of them out. We're gonna explain this nasty little bit right here. But when it comes to changing your spark plugs, it's very simple. Once you get your tank up, your air intake box out of the way, your hoses, your secondary air valve, and everything, all your wires and your basic stuff out of the way, it's very simple to reach. Unplug these, which are very simple to unplug. I'll plug one in and then unplug it. Let's see what madness and ciphers. Bam. Alright. That is now plugged in. You clip on the back. So all I'm going to do is take the clip, push it down, and pop that off. Try not to lose the gasket in there. Alright, now taking the coil packs out. Again, like I said, this is the most simplest part of the day. You want to grab it nice and firm, but not to where you might break it. Like if you're trying to get it out and it is like just stuck, try a different way. But normally these should be able to be pulled out by hand and by a little twist. So, if I can get a good, I'm going to go ahead and try to grab the base. I don't want to grab the actual plug. I want to grab around the base and just kind of wiggle it. You're going to hear a little pop. Bam. And I'm going to pull it all the way out. Yeah. And remove the coil back. And yes, she'd be a dirty one. Again, like I'm pretty sure everything in my bike's quite dirty. And I'm actually changing out the boots on my coil packs because I don't think these protect against water well enough. So I'm actually getting the full, the ones with the, I don't know, umbrella top on it, I guess. I don't know what to tell you about it. But anyways, yeah, I'm switching the, what slides in, what the coil pack goes into actually kind of seal it into the top of the head, top of the block, top of the engine, over the spark plugs. And I like this one because I have the same kind in my other bike, and I feel it does a lot better job at keeping out water having this coating over it, or this like cap mushroom tip, some of that tip action. There you go. And what he said, if you ever watch this, that's a mushroom tip, umbrella tip. Anyways, I think it has better protection than this. That looks like just a plug seal, while this kind of droops over it. So I think it will have better opportunity to get the water and anything else out of the way. So I just removed the other one and slide it in there until you hear pop. Alright, my new tip's in there, or a new seal, whatever you want to call it. Again, if it's dirty, you know, just give it a little wipe down. I mean, like I said, I ride my bike every day. I'm not really too worried about it. Bam, that's clean enough for me. Obviously, you know, stick to what you do. If you are a cleaning Nazi, clean it. I mean, I've luckily I have 2 bikes, and this happens to be the one I ride to work every day. So I don't really have time to meticulously clean it when I know that an hour or 2 later I'm going to be right back out riding it and getting filthy. Alright, and there's the last one. Now we have our coil packs out. I swore I had another one. Let's see, there's 1, 2. Oh no! We've hit on a snag. I don't have enough of those. I'm a fan. see, I know I had, yeah, there you guys go. Parts galore. Even more coil packs over here. Well, I think I'm gonna have to ride with 3 tips and 1 ribbed, because I don't think I have the other one I need. We're gonna need these. These are new spark plugs. I'm gonna take these over here. Could have swore I had 4 of them. Oh well. There's another good lesson of the day for you. Catalog your crap. Make sure you got everything. Oh well. I'm out 1 mushroom tip. Oh no, there it is. It's been defeated. Seen better days, it has. Oh well, I'll get a new one and I'll put it back in later. I'll make sure I leave that on an outside one so that it is easier to replace. No ball. It is no good. Oh well, anyways, we're going to leave that one in. No biggie. So, let's go back to why I have that there cloth in there. When taking out my plugs, one, yeah, it's not the world's best. It's not horribly done. It looks like I'm got a little bit of oil on it. And I don't know. I think I'm running a little slightly on the lean side. But like I said, the bike was wrecked. I expect normal stuff. Now this is the one that worried me, because all that's oil. But my tip is dry. My tip is dry, but my shaft is wet. Explain that one to me. Ah, I got it. Umbrella tip. Alright, so what we're going to do, since we went ahead and pulled our other 2 Coiloto packs, we're going to go ahead and pull our last 2 spark plugs. And we're going to use a 5/8 spark plug socket. And bam. Make sure it locks in there. Get our tool. I only use NGKR EK10, I believe. Let me look at the box. CR10 EK NGKR. Yeah, I mean, but I've always used NGKR, whether it was in my Nissan, my other bikes. NGKR's always been quite proven. Hell with that. As much oil or fluid is on that one. If it was any other, it would have shorted out by now. But it's been in there for a couple months, and it did all right. So I'm gonna have to give it a hand up for it. We're just gonna remove these last spark plugs. Yeah. Let's see how bad this one is. Yeah, those seals that I have on there definitely I need the umbrella tips, that's for sure. So all of them are going to have umbrella tips except for one, which I'm going to a parts salvage yard today, and hopefully my good old buddy out there will have one that has a proper umbrella tip, and I can just pull it out and cover it up and put it back in. Alright, now that I got that loose, use hand tight on it. Oh, hand loosen. Ooh, oh, my big old fat fingers in the way. I swear to you guys, I'm not fat. I've had retardedly large hands for a guy my size, I guess. I'm 6 foot, 185, 190 pounds. I have hands of like a 270 pound 6'4" guy. Go figure. And you feel it release. Release the beast. Yeah. And yeah, they're good. Again, we got fluid on the threads, but we're dry. So either got a loose seal, I didn't put these in tight enough, and then I got fluid there. Or exactly like I said, because of how much my bike does actually go into the rain, because it's not coming off as oil. It just looks a little moist. So it's not coming off as oil, like oil would come off quite a bit thicker. So I'm thinking it's just rainwater that's gotten down in there, or fluid of some sort. Not exactly sure. But it's definitely why I'm changing them out. And told you guys I did a spark plug and coil pack service on my buddy's bike yesterday, or the day before. These are his. His were toasty. Real toasty. Well, 3 out of the 4 were toasty. One has a shit little oil. I had to clean that up whenever I did it. So, now that we've removed our spark plugs, let's go and remove this rag. I want to see what I got on it. Yeah, see, the rag's dry, so I'm not thinking I'm getting any leaking past the seals. Alright, and I'm going to show you one of these just to save some time. I'm pretty sure by now you guys know how to change spark plug. If you don't, well, I'm glad I was here to help you out. So we're going to take our spark plug. It's all clean. Now normally you want to have some electrical grease, just so that the coil pack actually can come off easier. I neglectedly not picked that up the other day, so I'm going to go ahead and run with it. Just because I've got stuff to do. Alright, and once we get our spark plug socket onto the spark plug, you're actually going to spin it to the left like you're loosening it, and you'll feel it kind of drop in place, because you don't want to cross thread these at all. So we're going to spin it to the left once we're onto the spark plug. Alright, and I'm going to feel it drop past that first thread. Bam. Alright, now that I know I'm on that first thread, I'm going to go ahead and start tightening it up. And if I feel any like serious resistance, like bad, well then I know I need to stop, loosen it up, and find out why I'm getting that kind of resistance, whether it be a piece of sand or rock, or maybe I'm starting to cross thread. Either one, I need to make sure that, well, we need to make sure that it doesn't go in there crooked. And see, I've gotten about a good 6-7 rotations on it, so I'm not too worried about going in super straight, because I already know that it's threaded in the proper spot. So then we're going to go ahead and take our 3/8 drive, now that we're on it. And I don't have a torque wrench, so don't quote me, but I believe it said 30 degrees past whenever it's a hand tight. Well, once you're doing it, once it gets nice and stiff, you do another 30 degrees of a turn, and that's where you stop. I believe that's what the manual says. So now that we're there, let's go ahead and go that. And that's probably about 35, but that's what we're getting today. It's in there. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the rest of these spark plugs in. I'm going to go ahead and throw the bike back together. At least the airbox and everything. And then we're going to go and do our oil change and crank her up, and hopefully we did everything right. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Alright ladies and gents, she's ready to roll. Meanwhile, I'm uploading these videos to YouTube. I actually had somebody go ahead and ask me about the tailpiece. Well, My comment was like a boss. But in all actuality, I used the 2007 subframe, '08 fairing plastics, and a '06 comfort seat that I found all on eBay. A lot cheaper, and I just did it here. If you check some of my older Instagram photos of this bike, probably 2-3 weeks ago, I guess if that what you want to call older, you'll see me actually putting the subframe together, putting it on the bike, and whatnot and so forth. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and crank it up for you guys. And after seeing everything we've done to it for today, we still do got to do the oil change, but I've got to go to the stove. So I went ahead and put it together, but here we go.